Heidi, I really need to talk to you. It's actually rather important. So you better reply straight after you get this message from me. I just asked Harrison what's going on with you. Because I'm nosy. Is it true that you're now living at home? Since when was there any need for you to move back into your parents' house? I thought independent women were supposed to live by themselves. Okay, Brooke, I get what you're saying. You don't need to make such snide comments towards me. What's up? I know we only met face-to-face the other day, so I guess we're still trying to figure each other out. Just please continue to look after Harrison and support him. Oh, please, Heidi, there's no need to digress right now. I know that you're trying to avoid having this conversation with me. Look, don't you think you're a little old to be moving back into your parents' house? You're in your 40s. Can't you live on your own? I'm shocked that someone would do this to themselves. Okay, yes, it's true that I now live at my parents' house, but what's the problem with that? A lot of people still live with their parents until they can afford to get a house. You do know that every family has different circumstances, including ours, okay? Look, I'm taking care of my mother right now. What is it that you wanted to ask, Brooke? Is there a point to this conversation that you want to have? What? You're actually taking care of your mother? But isn't she a ball of energy normally? I thought that she was healthy and, well... Did you forget about all of this when we met face-to-face the other day? My mother's in a wheelchair, Brooke. She can't move sometimes without help. There are times when nursing care is necessary, and my father isn't the type to help with anything like this. He's useless. It's like he almost doesn't care about Mom. Well, my father-in-law works a lot, so of course he can't help your mother out. That just can't be helped. I mean, at least he's providing financial support. Huh? What on earth are you talking about? What job are you referring to exactly, Brooke? Since when are you taking sides in this? Well, he's probably going to work since you're unemployed, aren't you, Heidi? A woman in her 40s that's unemployed and lives with her parents? You know that's not great, right? You probably exploited your own parents. I wouldn't be surprised if you did that. Excuse me? I get that it's not a great situation to be in, but I'm not exploiting my own parents. What the heck, Brooke? I'm just trying to help them. If you're so worried about me doing something, there's really no need to worry or think anything bad about the situation. We all get along pretty well as a family, although my father does make me feel a little bit anxious at times, but he's been like that forever. Okay, well, I better tell you what's going on. Have you heard that we're all going to be living together under the same roof? Whoa, back up a little bit there, Brooke. What's that supposed to mean? What do you mean by living together? Are you moving in here? Once me and Harrison get married to each other, we're all going to live together in your parents' house. We need to live somewhere, you know. I really thought that someday that house would be mine, and then you suddenly show up and start living there out of the blue. I don't get why you're there, because it's just ruining all of my future plans with Harrison. I haven't heard a word of you both living together here. I had absolutely no idea that you were planning that. Harrison hasn't talked to me or our mother. Since when was it okay for you both to make these sorts of decisions without telling anyone or even asking for my parents' permission? I don't know what you're talking about, Heidi. I mentioned it to your father, and it sounds like he's okay with it. Wait, what? You talked to my father about this? What about my mother? How come she doesn't know? What's going on here? Of course I talked to your father. I needed to tell somebody, and I was definitely not going to approach your mother first about it. That house belongs to my father-in-law, okay? I think we all know that much. If my father-in-law says it's okay, then it's okay, all right? That's why I'm only telling you now about our decisions, since we've only talked to your dad. We've already decided to move in together starting next month. Wait, you're moving in next month? But next month starts next week. That's so soon. Even though you've suddenly decided to do this, my father hasn't talked to us about it. You do know that there won't be enough room for everyone, right? It's going to be a tight squeeze. Well, the whole reason why I'm messaging you now is so that I can tell you to move out, okay? The easiest thing to do is for you to leave, all right? Brooke, maybe you should actually keep your mouth shut, because you can't just tell me to leave my parents' house, okay? If you intend on being rude to me, you'll regret what you said later on. You won't be able to take back what you just told me to do. Oh, I don't really care about what I say to you, Heidi, because in reality, there's nothing that you can do about it. So stop preaching about how I should talk. We've already made our decision. Harrison and I will live in that house together whether you like it or not. Besides, who cares if we have to throw out a 40-year-old single woman who lives in rags onto the street? You'll just have to find a way to earn money. You know that if you become more independent, you might actually meet someone that you can get married to. Wouldn't that make life easier for you? That's not something that you can tell me what to do on. You've got no right to say something like that to me. You obviously don't understand my situation. Besides, who's going to take care of my mother if I'm going to be kicked out of my own house? Why would she need to be taken care of? Does she really need that much care? Surely she can do things on her own, right? You do know that it's not just me saying that, so I'll be able to stay in the house. She really needs the care, Brooke. That is absolutely necessary. I've not heard a thing about my younger brother and his soon-to-be rude wife wanting to get married and then move in here. I feel like this is a stab in the back. And now I'm being asked to leave even though my mother is bound to her wheelchair. She needs a lot of help. Okay, calm down, Heidi. I just thought of something good that we can do. Why don't both you and your mother move out so that you can take care of her? Wait, what did you just say? Are you kidding me right now? Are you telling me that my mother should move out as well as me? Yes, that seems like the better option for everybody. It'll be just like killing two birds with one stone. You can still take care of your mother, and we can move in with fewer problems. If my mother-in-law stays with us, we won't benefit from that at all. We'll almost be her slaves if she can't move without a wheelchair. I think the best thing for everyone is for you and your mother to move out and never come back. You can both suffer with each other. Okay, I've had more than enough crap from you, Brooke. Cut it out. This isn't going to happen, not by a long shot. There's no way you can kick Mom out of her home. Hey, I can do what I like. Besides, my father-in-law really likes me and wants to make sure I get everything I need, so he'll do anything for me. Wow, how does it feel to know that your father likes his own daughter-in-law more than his own flesh and blood? Pretty crazy, right? Okay, I'm not letting this happen. I'm going to talk to Harrison about this mess. I'm sure that he wouldn't want his mother on the street. He's not that horrible. So when was I going to find out that both you and Brooke will be living in our parents together? What is going on here?
Huh? What are you on about? Didn't Dad tell you what's going on? I guess he forgot to tell you about what's happening.
I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you, Harrison. This isn't funny. Brooke is telling me things that I haven't been told. Brooke told me and Mom to leave the house so that you can both move in and live there without any worries. Is that true?
Oh, really? That's what Brooke said. Don't you think it would be better that way so then everyone gets what they want?
Excuse me? What are you even saying? Is this some kind of insane prank you're pulling? I honestly wouldn't put it past you, Harrison. Do you think that kicking your own sister and mother out of their house is a good idea? Do you really want to do that to us?
Look at you, Heidi. You're over 40 years old, not married, and living at home, basically doing nothing. This is for your own good. Do you really think it's that painful that something like this is happening to you? You have to stand on your own 2 feet at some point in your life.
What on earth are you talking about, Harrison? I know how to stand on my own 2 feet. How dare you? Who I am has got nothing to do with what you're trying to pull. Whatever happens to me, I don't care, but what you're doing to our mother, are you really going to let that happen? Do you really want to kick her out of the only house she's known for a long time? She's in her 60s and can hardly walk on her own. Why do you want to do this to her?
But Dad said that it was okay for us to move in, and that room would be made for us. Otherwise, we haven't had many other conversations about it recently.
Oh, okay, so it's our father's fault that he wants us out of the house? You realize that you're all conspiring against Mom and I, right? You know how terrible our father is, right? He doesn't help out, and he hasn't helped our mother since she's been in the wheelchair. You both have always treated me and Mom so coldly, so no wonder Mom ignores everything you all say to her. I really don't feel like talking to my father about this mess.
Well, if you're not going to talk to him, then why don't you do us all a favor and move out? It would make the process so much easier.
Excuse me? How could you say something like that to me? I'm your sister. Do you really want something like this happening to me and to Mom?
Look, even Dad just wants to live a peaceful and relaxing life, okay? He wants to feel comfortable in his own house again. He would rather not live with two women who don't do what he says or listens to. What's the point in living with people who ignore you? He wants to live with Brooke and I because we all get along really well. Don't you think he should have a good life and look forward to seeing his grandchildren running around the house someday?
Are you being serious right now? You think that he'd want loud and screaming babies disturbing his sleep? Do you think you'll be fine living together?
Hey, all I'm saying is wouldn't we all be better off if it happened this way? Why are you getting so angry over this?
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. I can't deal with you or your partner anymore. I can't believe it took me so long to realize that you and Brooke had the exact same idea. Just give me a chance to let this all sink in, rather than making all of these decisions behind mine and Mom's backs. Can you at least give me some time? Hey, were you able to convince your annoying older sister of how this is the best option to take? It would really be a nuisance if they didn't leave. When we move into that house, we'll inherit whatever is left there when they leave this earth, right? There's no way that I'm not moving into that house.
It's all okay, Brooke. I'm sure that my sister will leave when she thinks about it some more. I just said something that got her straight to that point.
Huh? You actually did? You were able to convince her to leave? Is that right? Will she actually do what we say, or is she going to put up a fight? You know that if they don't leave, I'll throw away all their belongings and kick them out myself. I've got permission to do that, right?
Okay, I don't think you'll have to take it that far, so don't worry about anything like that. In the end, I'll make sure that they move out properly with no issues.
Well, if you still continue to be nice to them, then there's no way that we'll lose the inheritance, right? We'll still be in their good books that way, right?
Yeah, I'm sure everything will work out and it'll be okay. I heard that the house is quite old, but it sits on good land. So my father used to run a company. That's why he was able to buy a decent amount of land. Although he's retired now, he still pops in to help out at work from time to time. So I think we'll all be able to live comfortably even though he's retired, which is great, right? I'm sure there's a lot of money in his account.
There better be some money. I don't want to have to do much work if we're going to be inheriting all of this cash. Is it possible to kick out your mother, too?
My father also told me that he was considering getting a divorce from my mother so he didn't have to put up with her attitude anymore. He said that he'll do his best in divorcing her and kicking her out so that we can move in and take over their house. It'll all be ours in no time, and then we can enjoy our life.
I knew you could do it, Harrison. You're such a clever man. You're definitely a great husband and know how to take good care of me.
Really? You think so? Well, ain't that sweet of you to say, Brooke. Thank you. As long as my father gets a divorce from my mom and cuts her off, we'll have nothing to worry about anymore. I feel a little bit sorry for my mother and sister, but I'm sure they'll manage somehow. All that my sister has to do is get a job and they'll be able to survive. They won't have problems after that.
Exactly. That's right, my love. Well, to be honest, if I were to get kicked out by a family member, I wouldn't want to hear from them ever again, so let's hope we don't have to. Let's just cut them off and be happy together in the house that rightfully belongs to us. Okay, Heidi, I'm here to tell you that we're moving into the house tomorrow. I hope that you've packed up all your belongings. Are you actually ready to leave the house or not? You know that there's no point in trying to stay in the house. We're coming whether you like it or not. Yeah, okay, Brooke, I get what you're saying, all right. Are you seriously trying to kick me out of my own house? I think you're going to regret doing this, so are you okay with that? What on earth are you talking about? There's no way that I'm going to regret doing this. This is what I want to happen. Aren't you embarrassed that this is happening to you? That it had to come to this point for you to move out and be independent? Me? Embarrassed? Why would I be embarrassed about living at home? I'm trying to take care of my mother, for goodness sake. I don't humiliate myself with saying rude comments like you do, Brooke. I don't feel ashamed of myself at all. Hey, I'm only saying this out of the common sense I have gained over the years. Wow, this is so embarrassing having to kick you out. You're really spoiled for a 40-year-old, Heidi. Don't you feel like a parasite walking around in your own parents' house? Don't you feel like you've invaded their space long enough? What's the point being there when you can't find anyone to marry you? Oh well, it doesn't matter anymore. Just leave with your mother, all right? You can't just insult people like this and then kick them out. You're definitely going to regret doing this to us, Brooke. Whatever you say, Heidi. I don't really care. I'm not going to let myself be lectured by an old hag like you who uses nursing her mother as an excuse to not move out. All you do is make excuses, even making up that your mother's in a wheelchair. If you're over 40 and looking after someone, then you can get out of my house. Fine, I'll just live in my mother's cottage then if you're going to be this way. What on earth are you talking about? Stop making up stupid lies. I know you're just talking crap to buy yourself more time. Ugh, talking to you, Brooke, is a waste of my mental energy. I'll leave with my mother as you wish and I'll move into her cottage. I can live a better life there than I do now living here. On the contrary, I guess I could thank you for making me move. There's no way that your mom owns a cottage, right? What are you going to gain by saying something as stupid as that? I had a feeling you wouldn't believe me and just make fun of me. Whatever you say to me, I don't care about, Brooke. Okay, what if I were to send you a photo of the cottage that my mother has? Would you believe me then? What the heck are you talking about? What photo is going to make believe what you're saying is true? Well, of my mother's cottage, of course. I intend on moving there tomorrow, so I'll start packing my things. What did you just say? There's no way that your mother would have the money to buy another house or anything like that. It doesn't exist. An old and wrinkly lady can't do anything from her wheelchair. There's no way that I believe you. Well, I guess you'll never actually see it then. It really doesn't matter what you think anymore, Brooke, but if you did, you'd lose all the color from your face. Then maybe you'll end up realizing that what you've done is wrong. What's that supposed to mean? How dare you say such a snide comment? I've not made any mistakes in this. I believe everything Harrison said, so he must be right. I guess so. It's good that you believe in your husband so much. I hope that you live a nice life together. Thanks for taking in my father. I'll probably never see you again. Bye. Hello, Heidi. How's everything going? Look, I really need to confirm something with you, so would you please just answer your phone? There's nothing to talk about, Brooke. Besides, didn't I cut ties with you? What do you want to say if you wanted to call me so urgently? My father-in-law has an inheritance, right? I just wanted to check with you to make sure that it was true. Excuse me? Are you kidding me? You're asking me if my father has a bunch of money hidden somewhere or something like that? Look, I moved in here to try and get my father-in-law's inheritance in the house so that I could live a nice life. I feel like he's got no money at all. Now I have to count on the money that Harrison gets. What is going on here with your family? Is this a joke, Brooke? Are you actually being dead serious right now? Wow, I can't believe you asked that. Huh? What are you talking about? Of course I'm being serious. Why are you laughing about this? Of course my father has no money, you stupid woman. He's been unemployed for almost 5 years. What? No, that can't be true. I thought that he was a company president and still helped out at the company. Doesn't he have any savings from his time at work? Isn't that why you're able to sit around all day and do whatever you like because you have his money? The only time he was the company president was when he succeeded my grandfather. He crashed the company and it lost a lot of money, so he was fired. Wait, what? He got fired? Oh, surely not. I thought that he was good with his money, though. Brooke, he's got no savings at all. In fact, he spent the little retirement money he got on gambling, so no, he's not good with money. You didn't seriously decide to live together in that house using my father's inheritance as your daily allowance, did you? If that's the case, Brooke, you're a huge idiot. You are so dumb for making that decision. How dare you speak to me like that? Don't you know how rude you're being right now? What you've been saying to me, Brooke, has been way more rude than my little comment I just made. Well, I've already cut ties with my dad, so I don't care about him. You were delusional to think that my father had a lot of money. Then how was he able to pay for anything if he hasn't been working in over 5 years? I assume he hasn't received his pension yet, right? Yeah, you're right. He hasn't gotten it yet. Of course, it was all thanks to my mom that he had money to spend. Wait, what? Your mother? She had money since when? How can an old lady in a wheelchair afford anything? You should really stop with these terrible jokes, all right? Well, she's the one who has all the money. As I said before, it was my grandfather who ran the company. It was her father. She had quite a few assets. But when my father took over the company, he drove it into the ground and almost went bankrupt. My mom inherited her father's things beforehand, so she was fine. Oh my God, what? No way. So your mom was the one who had the money and inheritance this entire time? How did I not know? Probably because my dad lied to you. He always has, to try and impress people. But then they get the wrong end of the stick like you did, but that's your own fault. You were so gullible in believing everything my father said to you and Harrison. He's just as dumb as my father, by the way. Luckily, Mom didn't keep her assets as cash, otherwise my father would have taken it for himself. She decided to invest it instead. She ended up making a lot of money by just staying at home and investing in the right places. Just because she's in a wheelchair, it doesn't mean she can't do anything. How is this possible, though? How can she be an investor if she's in a wheelchair? Just because she isn't as mobile as she used to be, it doesn't mean she lost her intelligence. She knew my father better than anyone, and so she knew to keep her money hidden. Also, for taking care of her, she's been paying me a nice salary, so I've also been able to save up quite a bit of money for myself. And you thought that this old hag was doing nothing all day and being spoiled by my parents? Oh, how wrong you were. I didn't mean to say what I did. I'm sure you do a great job looking after your mom. Look, I just really need your help since your father hardly has any money. You're seriously not trying to get to my mom's money after the way you treated us. Are you kidding me? Please, I need your help. I don't want to have a poor life. Please, we're family. You wouldn't do this to your own brother and sister-in-law, would you? You were both the ones that got us into this mess, but what did I tell you? You'd regret saying and doing what you did to me and my mother? Don't even try contacting me again asking for money. How dare you even try to rip us off when all we did was try and be nice to you? I don't want to see either you or Harrison ever again, and my mom feels this way too. Enjoy your life in poverty in that really shabby house. After learning the truth about the inheritance in the house, Harrison and Brooke were left completely devastated. Apparently, Harrison panicked and asked his mother and Heidi to come back to the house. Naturally, they didn't because they weren't treated well at all. Brooke and Harrison are on the verge of collapse due to the increase in their arguments. They couldn't take the plunge in getting a divorce as they couldn't afford to do that. It seems the only thing they could do is live in a state of complete depression. What an ironic result for them. This is the result of trying to degrade others for their own personal gain. It's nothing but a self-inflicted result. The best thing for them to do is to find a part-time job and fast. But it might be an impossible task for people with that kind of personality.
Do you know that you're such a loser? I mean, you are already 42 years old. You don't have any kids and you're not even married. You're a total failure. I mean, don't you still live at your home with our parents? I can't believe that you're the older sister and yet, compared to your, younger sister, you're a complete loser. All you do is stay at all home all day and live off our parents' hard-earned money while you don't contribute anything at all. How can you even live with yourself when that's your life? Don't you think that that's just totally pathetic? You really are useless, you know that.
Joanne, it had been so long since I last heard from you that I was beginning to hope that you had finally given up on ever wanting to talk to me again. But I guess you were just waiting to come at me with a whole slew of new insults, weren't you? I guess I can't really say that I'm surprised at you for doing this, though. But it's okay, because that means that I can't say that I didn't see it coming either. So if this is all you have to say to me, I hope we can make this quick.
Aw, poor little loser. Did you really think that you could get rid of me that easily? You think that just because you're single that your little sister would forget all about you? Don't you worry. I was thinking for so long about how sad and lonely and pathetic you must feel about yourself all the time. Not only that, but unlike you, I've been very, very busy raising my children, something that you are never, ever going to have to do in a million years because you can't have kids.
Is that what you've been busy with? Well, I guess you deserved this little break to insult me then, didn't you?
Even through text, I can almost see you shaking with rage as you type the last message. You make it way too easy to get under your skin. Do you know that?
No, it's not that. It's just that I really don't have time to waste on you if all you're going to do is talk down to me.
Well, then don't you worry, because that isn't the only thing that I wanted to talk to you about. The thing is that my family and I are thinking of moving back into my parents' house. So what do you think about that, huh?
Hold on a second. All of you are going to come and live here again? Why? What happened to bring this on all of a sudden? Do you seriously think that you can just show up at the house unannounced and move in because you say so? Because that is not how that is going to work. Do you understand me?
Oh, come on now. You make it sound like I'm being some kind of completely unreasonable monster for something like that. The truth is that I'm actually about to have my 5th child. Pretty amazing, don't you think? Do you even know anyone who has 5 kids? I seriously doubt it. It's almost ironic, isn't it? I get all the kids while you get none. Sometimes the universe just likes to play cruel little jokes on the losers in this world, huh? But anyways, I'm telling you this so that you know that it's time for you to pack up your bags and leave now.
Oh, well, congratulations on the 5th child then. I guess some kind of celebration should be in order or something, right? And your husband must be happy since this is the first child that you're having with him. Isn't that right?
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? It's fine. You don't have to answer that. It's clear that you're just jealous and trying to rain on my parade is all.
And aren't I allowed to do that after the way that you've treated me over the years? Why are you the only one that gets to insult me? Besides, you're the one who thinks that you can kick me out of the house just because you're having another child.
Well, that's exactly right. This is going to be my 5th child, so it's important that my husband and I have enough space for everyone to run around. And since you're not going to be pumping out any kids anytime soon, you can go ahead and just move out, you fat, ugly cow.
There you go again, thinking that you can give me orders while you insult me. Just what makes you think that I'm going to listen to you if you treat me like this? Do you really think that I'm just going to bend over backwards to give you whatever it is that you want? That isn't going to happen. Just because I'm not married and don't have any kids doesn't mean that I don't have a role to play in this house. I mean, you do realize that I'm the one taking care of our parents, don't you? Do you really think that you and your husband taking care of all 5 of your kids are going to be able to give mom and dad the care they need at their age? And do you really think that mom and dad are going to go along with kicking out me, their live-in nurse, just so that you can invade their home? I mean, all that is going to do is make so much more work for them. I bet you were hoping that you would get to use mom and dad as a free babysitting service, right? Well, I can tell you right now that they don't want that at all, and you're being delusional if you think that's what's going on.
Whoa, you must be really thinking that the world revolves around your lonely, childless self, don't you? How dare you think that you can tell me what I can and can't do? And how dare you try and speak for our parents too?
I'm trying to speak for anyone but myself, but the fact of the matter is that I've been living here for years and I am much more in tune with what our parents want than you are.
You're always like that. You always think that just because you're the older sister that you can boss me around as if we're kids or something like that. Do you not understand that I'm literally pregnant with my 5th child right now? I'm ready to burst any moment now, basically. How dare you try and turn away a poor mother just wanting a home for her children and family, all so that you can continue not to pay any rest at all?
I didn't ever say anything about being the older sister at all. You were the one who brought that up right now. What are you even talking about?
There you go again, making excuses and trying to take back what you said as if you didn't already say it. But let's just go over the facts of matter At hand here, I have 5 kids and you have none. I have had 3 husbands and you have had none. So basically, that makes me the better daughter of the 2 of us. And that means that you need to give up the house to me right now.
I don't even know if you're reading the messages that I'm sending you anymore, but you are clearly just deluded if you think any of what you're saying means anything. All I'm saying is that if you show up to mom and dad's place one day with all your kids and your husband in tow, that they are not going to be happy with you. Why are you so intent on being a burden to our parents when they're this old already?
You still just don't get it at all, do you? Then again, I guess a single barren shrew like you couldn't get it really.
What don't I get? What on earth could you possibly be talking about now?
The only person who's here is causing any trouble for our parents. The only person holding them back, ruining their retirement, and ruining their lives is you, Amy. You're nothing but a parasite in that house, and you're literally sucking the life out of mom and dad before their very eyes. I can see it clearly as day 2. But you're the one deluding that yourself, you're just helping them. But the truth is that you're the one that's bad here, not me. I'm just trying to do what's best for my family. Don't you get that?
You know, Joanne, I am sure that you are the only person who feels that way about me. Because I am sure that if you went and asked mom and dad, they would not call me a parasite.
Are you really sure about that? Is that the case? Or is it just that they're too sweet to hurt your feelings and too feeble to realize what is it that you're doing to them? You really think that they enjoy having their eldest daughter unmarried and childless around them all the time? You really need to grow up and face the facts.
How dare you tell me not to speak for mom and dad when you are pretending to know what they're thinking and keeping inside them? I have no idea where you are getting any of these ideas from, but I am just getting sick and tired of you treating me like this.
Well, it's only going to get worse for you because all of our bags are packed here and we are going to be headed over to the house tomorrow.
Hold on a second. You all are going to be arriving here tomorrow? But there's not even a room here ready for one guest, let alone a whole family like yours.
Well, then I guess you had better make sure that there is by the time we get there, or else things are going to get much worse for you, I can assure you that. And don't forget to pack your bags too, because we are not going to be sharing that house with someone like you. Do you understand me?
Why do you always have to talk to me like this? Why can't we ever just have a nice, polite conversation where you don't insult me with every other message that you send, huh?
I wouldn't have to insult all the time if you would just shut up and listen to me like you ought to. Anyways, I've told you our schedule. You better make sure that everything is ready for us by the time we get there, or else. Got it?
Joanne, I am trying to tell you that this is not going to work out. You and your family can't come and live here. Are you even reading any of these messages? I am telling you that you can't come and live here.
Well, you finally forced our hand, Amy. You weren't moving out even though we gave you more than enough warning. So I took it up upon myself to gather up all your belongings around the house and get rid of them all. Now the house is finally free of your presence and we can live here comfortably.
Excuse me? You did what? Did you really gather up my things and get rid of them? Why would you do that? What is the matter with you?
I already told you why I did it. We told you to move out. You didn't listen to us. You didn't give me any other choice. Don't you realize that? Hopefully now you realize that I was being serious and you'll move out like I told you in the first place.
You do realize that you've already pushed out our own parents out of their house too, don't you? When you showed up with all your kids and your husband, you put way too much on mom and dad's plate all at once. You put the house into such chaos that I couldn't even do the things I normally would to take care of them.
And just whose fault is that for not thinking of a solution to that problem before we all showed up? I don't understand why you would even bother to ask for help when you know that I'm already too busy with all my kids.
Well, that's fine, but why even come here and live in the house if you aren't going to help take care of it, or mom and dad who were already living here, huh?
How dare you try and talk to me like that when you're nothing but a filthy little parasite? You don't get to talk to me or boss me around. If anything, you should be apologizing to me for still even being in the house. It's all your fault that things aren't going well because you didn't listen to me when I tried to warn you that we're coming. And I know that mom and dad are more than happy that we're all here with them right now. Are you really telling me that they would rather live with just you over being so close to all of their grandchildren? No way.
Look, I am telling you that Mom has told me that she is really upset that you all just showed up here one day and decided that you were going to be living here, okay?
And I'm telling you that I don't buy a word of that, okay? You're nothing but a parasite and I'm not going to listen or take orders from you. I mean, you aren't married and you don't have any kids, so what do you know about living together with a family, huh? Maybe you should just have learned from my example and follow my path. But you didn't. And now, look at you. You're lonely, pathetic, and worst of all, you don't have any children at all. I have 5 kids. That makes me 5 times the daughter that you are. Got it? You're just an ugly, unwanted little nobody who is never ever going to be loved by anyone. So why don't you just leave the house already? The only ones who are going to have to leave the house are you, your husband, and all your little kids too. And just how are you going to make us do that, huh? Are you really going to ruin how happy we've made by being here all because you're upset that I've taken your place in the house? You stupid little ingrate. This is your mother speaking to you right now. Wait, what? What do you mean? Mom, is that really you? Are you texting me from Amy's phone? Oh, that's right. And Amy has shown me all of the horrible messages that you've been sending her, which means that I have seen all the cruel insults that you've been hurting at her too. Did you really think that any of this was okay? You know that I can't let you get away with this, don't you? I want you and your family to pack your things and get ready to leave. I'm going to call a friend who owns a truck and he'll move you back into your house. Wait, hold on, Mom. Are you serious about this? You aren't really just going to kick us out of here, are you? I mean, we just moved in and settled down. Besides, I thought that you would have been happy to be living with your favorite daughter and near all of your grandkids too. Of course I'm serious. I mean, did you really think that you could just barge in here and suddenly announce that you're going to be living here? Don't you think that I can't even walk properly? Your sister has here been helping me around and do things around the house this whole time. But now I can hardly even hear myself think, much less move around freely with all these people in my house. Please, you've got to be kidding me, right? This is some kind of joke. You're not really Mom. It's just Amy pretending to be you, right? Why are you asking me this via text when we're all in the same house? You can come up to my room and ask me to my face if you really want to know. In fact, do that right now. I want to talk to you right this second. In the meantime, I'm going to call my friend and have him bring his truck over. Tell your husband and children that they need to pack up all their things right now. But why would you do that? Why do you need to call your friend and ask him to bring his truck over? I don't understand. I already told you why. It's so that he can take all your crap out of my house. So then you're really serious? You're going to choose Amy over your other daughter, all your grandchildren? Do you think it's easy to get 4 children to pack up all their things and move all the way over here? We just got here. I don't care if you moved in here with a whole football team. You are all doing nothing but causing chaos and making a mess of my home, and I'm furious with you. Why are you even coming back if you're not going to do anything to help me out? I was happy to be here with your dad and Amy. But I really didn't know that. I thought that Amy was just being a parasite. I thought you would have liked to be with the family. You mean you thought you could just do this without even asking me about it first? I thought it would be a nice surprise for you, is all. Besides, I never once told you that you would be allowed to live here, and had you asked, I still would have said now. Please, you can't kick us out though. We already canceled the lease on our old place and we don't have anywhere else to go. Well, it sounds to me like that's a problem for you and your husband to figure out amongst yourselves. But I want you all out of my house, and if you don't leave, I will make you two leave. Do you understand me? Now, I'm going to put your sister back on while I call my friend. I'm serious. If you don't start backing up right now, we will just start throwing your things outside. But you can't do that to me. It isn't fair. I was just trying to think of my family. You can understand that, right?
Hello, Joanne? It's Amy again. Well, I guess this is what you get for trying to kick me out of Mom and Dad's place without even talking to them about it first.
This isn't fair. How could Mom do this to me? I can't help if that's what she wants. I don't mind helping at all.
I really don't think that Mom wants any help from you or your children or your husband at all. I mean, do you even know the first thing about nursing?
Well, I bet I could figure it out.
And you're really just taking our own mom's life into your hands like that? You really are one of the most selfish people that I have ever met. Do you know that? I wasn't just living with Mom and Dad because I didn't have anywhere else to go. I literally went to nursing school. I learned about elder care. I have skills that they need. I wasn't being a parasite either. Mom and Dad and I had a deal where I could live with them in exchange for taking care of them like I had been.
But I thought that you were just trying to kiss up to Mom and Dad so that they would give you more of their inheritance.
If you think you're getting a penny of that at all now, then you really do need to talk to Mom. She's telling me that she's going to call her lawyer next and have you taken out of her will.
What? Would she really do that? But that isn't fair.
Also, she said if you don't start packing up your things right now, that she would call the cops and force you all out.
Oh no! How did this all come to this? This isn't fair!
In the end, Joanne and her family were able to pack up their bags and get her family moved out of Mom and Dad's place. Although her husband was furious with her, and I heard that they were going to get a divorce. After hearing about that, however, I decided to block Joanne on everything and have done my best to avoid hearing about her ever since. At this point, I just hope that her kids turn out okay with such a wreck of a mother. As for my parents and I, we decided that it would be better to move somewhere new where Joanne couldn't find us, and with more amenities for my parents.
Hi, Ashley. Where are you? I'm in the dressing room disinfecting my cut. I'm so sorry about attacking you. I thought it was an oil drum, but it was you in a wedding dress. How could you possibly confuse me with an oil drum? First of all, why would you try to attack it in the first place? It was the same color as your dress. Plus, I think I'm a little buzzed. I always check the oil drum to see if it's safe because I heard some rumors on TV that there's dangerous stuff in it, like a bomb or a trap. Do you always check it by drop kicking it? Yeah, seems like that's how you check if it's safe or not. I see. I don't know what TV show you watched, but that's an interesting way to check. I forgot the title, but I watched the show where people drop kick different things and see what happens. It was entertaining. I'll let you know if I remember the title. Okay. Anyways, can I excuse myself now? My cut is better now and I need to take pictures to upload on social media, so talk to you soon, Stella. Oh wait, I wanted to talk to you about something in person, and also apologize about the incident earlier. If it's better to talk here, then I have no problem with that. Is here okay? Sure. Again, I'm so sorry for attacking you. I just wanted to protect you from danger. I appreciate your concern, but please check carefully next time because you scared me and hurt me. Will do. Oh, and what did you need to tell me? I want to ask you a favor, actually. What is it? It's an order, to be exact. Do you want me to go buy you something for you? I'm wearing a wedding dress and pretty busy now, so that's not possible. Sorry. No, can you listen to me? Do you have a problem with someone in my family? Do you want me to change flowers? Do you want to change your seat? Shut up and listen to me! Sorry, I just asked you those questions because you always have a problem with something, so what is it then? Not this time. I want you to send me $6,000 every month. $6,000. Seriously. Yes. Why? Well, I was going to only ask you for 3 grand, but you kept on interrupting me and pissed me off, so I made it 6 grand. How did I piss you off? You just did, okay? I don't think that's the reason. I bet you just have a problem with me, right? I think you were still going to ask me for 6 grand pissed off or not. Shut your mouth! Wow, I can't believe that Zane is marrying an idiot. Excuse me? You heard me. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be called an idiot by someone who mistakes an oil drum for a person. Well, it's not my fault that you're fat and look like one. Oh, so you kicked me on purpose. Why did you lie to me? Because out of all the girls in this whole world, he decided to choose you. And he made the right choice. No, he made a terrible mistake. He should have chosen someone better than you. Didn't you at least think about losing weight for today? I don't need to because I look fabulous. Being fat leads to diabetes and high blood pressure, you know. Yeah, it is true that being fat can increase the risks of those health problems, but there are people who are healthy like me. So you should stop making assumptions like that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, you better pay me 6 grand every month, okay? Why do I need to pay you? Because you're marrying a genius that I gave birth to. I need to pay you just for that reason. Of course, do you know how much it took for me to raise him perfectly? He's handsome, works at a top position in an elite company, and made a lot of accomplishments for the company. Think of it as education fees. I have no clue what you're saying, but there's no way I can pay you 6 grand every month. If it's every 6 months, maybe I can, but I won't. You really don't know how anything works, do you? You always have to pay a price to get something. I see. But I don't think that matters now, so I'll happily marry him whatsoever. Wow, Zane is very kind to get engaged to a woman who only has a brain like a bird. He's so perfect, a true gentleman. That's some kind of insult mixed with whatever you just said. You probably don't understand what I said, so I'll explain it simply. He's so perfect that you don't deserve him. I'm sorry you feel that way. I know you love him and want the best for him, but he chose me, and I chose him. We're happy together, and we support each other. I hope you can accept our relationship and be happy for us. I will not accept your relationship whatsoever, but if you plan on paying me, I'll let you marry him. How does that sound? This is a joke, right? No, I'm being serious. Can I ask your husband about this? I wonder what he's going to say about this. I hope he disagrees with this nonsense. You don't need to ask him because he agrees with me. Actually, he was the one that said these things in the first place. What? Seriously? He's a chill person, so I thought he would never say that. Well, you thought wrong, so why don't you just give up and pay us every month? If not, I'm going to make him call off the wedding, okay? Is that a threat? Nope, I'm being serious right now. Wow, I'm going to talk to Zane about this because this is ridiculous. Hey, Zane, do you have time to talk now?
Yeah, call or text.
Texting is fine because I know you're getting ready for the wedding.
Yeah, I still need to have my hair styled by the stylist and get dressed. You got ready early.
I actually came 3 hours ago. I wanted to take pictures for my social media. I took about 300 already.
Oh wow! I hope you got some good shots. Can you show me those after the wedding?
Sure, I'm definitely going to end up with 1,000 pictures today. I want to see your pics before the wedding also.
Okay, I will take a few pictures while I'm getting ready. Is that okay?
Of course.
Anyways, I just noticed that you sent me screenshots of conversations between you and my mom. I'm really shocked. She hurt you and said the meanest things to you. I'm happy that she's proud of me, but she went too far. Can't believe that she called you fat. You're not okay?
Thank you, Zane. What should I do about paying them 6 grand every month? If I don't listen to them, they're gonna cancel the wedding ceremony.
That's ridiculous. 6 grand is a lot of money.
I mean, I have enough earnings to send your parents money.
Do not send them money, okay? I love my parents, but they are really rude and disrespectful. I've always thought that something was off with the personalities, but I didn't know they were this rude. Also, I know they waste their money on unnecessary things, and they never helped me when I needed them, so they won't do anything in return.
I never met people like your parents in my life. I thought that I could get along with your dad because he was a chill person, but boy was I wrong. Sorry to say this, but I don't want to have them as parents.
You don't need to be sorry. I'm tired of them, actually. Hey, why don't we use this opportunity to cut ties with them?
What? Are you okay with that?
I also have been paying rent for my parents' house, so if I cut ties, I don't need to pay it anymore. Ha ha ha!
Do you think that they'll just cut ties with you that easily?
Yep, I know they will.
Great, we should plan something then.
Definitely. My mom still thinks I'm a well-behaved son who works at a top company, so I will still act like the elite me.
What should I do?
How about telling her that I lost my job or something? I'm pretty sure she will have a sudden change in attitude.
Sounds good. Wait, isn't she gonna be worried about you though?
She only thinks about herself, so probably not.
Really? I think she loves you because she brags about you a lot.
You'll see her true colors after you tell her.
I seriously want to know, so I'll send her a chat in a little bit. I just want to take a few more pictures.
Of course. Thank you, Ashley.
Hi, Stella. I talked to Zane. Okay, and I haven't got a proper answer from you yet. Are you going to pay the $6,000 every month or not? No, I won't pay for it. So is it okay to cancel the wedding like I said? I canceled it already, actually. What? Yeah, so you guys can go home. Wait, what? I don't want to pay $6,000 every month, so I thought it was better if I canceled the wedding before you did. You made the right choice. Good to hear. He deserves someone way better than you. Just to let you know, Zane will be leaving with me also. You guys didn't break up? Nope, why would we? Did you think that canceling the wedding means breaking up? Looks like he wants to cut ties with you also. He's the one that said that. Yes, he's embarrassed that you're forcing me to pay you guys every month. He also said that he can't pay for your rent anymore. What? Seriously? He's paid well, so he should have no problem paying for it. He doesn't have a job now, actually. You didn't know? What? He didn't tell me about this. Are you lying? I'm not lying. You may already know, but he's a very good salesman. But his performance began to decline from about 2 years ago, and he couldn't cope with that anymore. So he stopped going to the office 6 months ago. Did he have a mental breakdown or something? Yes, he did. He just gave up and didn't go to work. He stays in his room almost all day doing nothing. What? He doesn't go to work because of that stupid reason? I mean, there seemed to be a lot of pressure because it was a big company. He shouldn't be that weak because he's my child. Mine! Why don't you talk to him about it? I will. You don't need to tell me that. Zane, it's Mom. You said that you were going to cut ties with us. Please tell me that you were joking.
Oh, you heard from Ashley? I'm not joking. I will cut ties with you.
Why? We've given you a good life, haven't we?
You did. But I can't forgive you for disrespecting and insulting Ashley. And there is no way I'm letting her pay you $6,000 every month.
I just told her the truth.
You need to watch your words because it can affect the other person's feelings. How would you feel if someone told the truth about yourself in the same way you told her? I know you will feel hurt and angry.
So what? I won't listen to them and just move on.
That's you, though. People take it differently.
Whatever. Hey, what's the story about you having no job? This is what I wanted to ask you the most.
You heard from her, right? I haven't been working for this past 6 months. I was able to pay for your rent because I had quite a lot of savings left, but not anymore.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so please start paying for the rent next month.
You're not going to help me?
No, because there's no need to. Plus, like I said, I have no money.
Wait, how did you pay for the wedding though? If you have no money, there's no way you could have paid for it.
Ashley paid for everything.
Wow, seriously? I don't remember raising you this way. Okay, you know what? You're nothing to me now.
Oh my god, here we go again with this. You don't love me. You just love yourself for giving birth to me. Plus, you guys just use me for money.
Say whatever you want, but you're not a part of this family anymore.
You guys are really toxic parents.
We're going to cut ties, right? That's fine with me. I wasted my time talking to you. Bye. Ashley, didn't you guys cancel the wedding? Why are my relatives sending pictures of the wedding? We actually canceling the wedding. I'm excited for the wedding reception. What the hell? We're on our way back home. Why didn't you tell us? It's simple. We didn't want you guys here. Can you explain to me why Zane's bosses are there? Didn't he quit? Oh, that was a lie. He's still working hard and well, and he's even ranked #1 in business performance. What? It was just a test to see if you really loved him, but you don't love him even a little. You know what? We're going back. He's very important in my life, so I'll be attending the wedding. So you decide to show up because you know that he still works and gets paid a good amount? Wow. I have no words to say to you right now. But I don't blame you because you need to pay off debt, right? What? Sorry, but I overheard your relatives talking about it in the smoking room. So you were spending money because you thought Zane would take care of it later, right? Hey, what the hell were you doing in the smoking room? I wasn't in it. I was getting dolled up for the wedding reception and it was close to the smoking room. You just wanted to keep him so he'll pay for it, right? No, that's not true. I was spending money because I had to pay for some urgent things. What urgent things? Like medical expenses, groceries, and transportation costs. Zane is right next to me, but he told me that he paid for those and that he knows you're lying. I know that you don't want to let go of him, but we already cut ties. You guys are just strangers, so don't think about coming back. No, please. I'm in a tough situation now, so please understand. I can't pay the rent for next month, and I can't tell my husband about the debt. Yeah, and doesn't matter to me. Anyway, we'll go there from now. You're a nice person, so you'll listen to my story, right? This is your last warning. Don't come back or I'll report you to the venue. And they'll force you to leave. Nice, huh? It's kind of creepy when a mean person suddenly becomes nice. Please don't say that. I was worried about my son all along, so I may have sounded mean. Sounded mean. You called me fat, an idiot, and even kicked me. Look, I'm so sorry about everything. I will apologize. Sorry, but it's too late now. Please, can you let him talk to me? You don't need to pay for the $6,000 anymore. How's that? He said he doesn't want to talk to you. At this point, the $6,000 doesn't matter anymore. I'll live peacefully with Zane and make sure not to become like you in the future. Bye. Wait, you and Zane are the only two I can rely on. Who's this? I don't know you. Now, will you excuse me? The wedding reception is about to start. Zane's parents arrived at the venue, but our reception was over and we'd already left somewhere for the after party. They reached out to all the relatives, and when they finally arrived at the after party, it was over and nobody was there. They ended up not being able to meet us, but we didn't mind at all. Stella's husband eventually found out about her debt and got so furious that he divorced her. She now lost the last person who she can rely on, and she now lives in the streets because she couldn't pay for anything. On the other hand, we moved to a new house, starting a new life. Zane is still working hard at the company, and even if he lost his job, I'll still love him. I know that I'll be happy living with him.
Hello, I was wondering if this is the correct number for customer service?
Yes, this is Customer Service Center. How may I help you today?
Well, I'd like to report an incident that happened to me. I walked into one of your hotels and was assaulted by one of your employees, and I just want to say that that behavior is completely unacceptable.
One of our employees assaulted you? I see. Would you mind telling me a bit more about this incident so that I can begin to make a report about it?
Well, it was really windy and rainy outside, and it was getting way too dangerous to drive, so anyway, I pulled over and walked to the hotel and ran inside for some cover. And then someone calling themselves the manager ran up to me and told me that I didn't belong in the hotel and called me poor. He ran right up to me and hit me in the face and threw me out into the pouring rain.
I see. I was wondering what this might have been about, but now I see that you're just that no-good poor person from earlier.
Wait a second, are you the manager that hit me?
I am. Although I'm currently sitting in for the person that is usually manning the customer service hotline. But to think that I would happen to be working here when a deluded madman such as yourself would try to contact us? Are you an escapee from a mental hospital or something? Do I need to call your handler?
Excuse me? What is the matter with you? What makes you think that you can talk to me this way?
Listen here, you little street urchin. Why don't you learn some respect and call me by my name? Or did you not read it before I kicked you out? Well, allow me to jog your memory. The name is Tim. Although I suppose I can't really ask a poor person to even take notice of something like a name tag. You've probably never been in a place nice enough to use them.
Are you really the manager for this hotel? You have got some nerve talking to your customers this way, you know that? What's the matter with you?
Well, if you were a real customer, I would never ever take this sort of tone with you. But you're not a customer. You're just a dirty little squatter looking for handouts. I don't owe you any kind of special treatment.
Look, I don't care what kind of a person you are when you're not working, but the point is that I was someone who just walked into your hotel. Why wasn't I shown the same level of respect that anyone else was just walking into your hotel?
Do you think that we live by the customer is always right here? Our clientele is exclusively made up of rich and famous. It's not just anyone that can come in here and claim to be a customer. In fact, even to work here, you have to go through a grueling training process. And I manage all of these employees, which makes me the best of them. So don't go trying to claim the right to any kind of treatment that you're not even close to deserving. All you are is trash. Trash that deserve to be swept away in that wind and rain. If you want to go looking for handouts, there are plenty of other suckers that might fall for your tricks. But I know that I couldn't have you defiling my hotel, and that's why I kicked you out. In fact, I should call the police on you and have them arrest you for trespassing.
I really can't believe what you're telling me. Are you seriously the manager of this hotel? I find it very hard to believe that the hotel would give a job like that to someone like you.
Well, quite frankly, I don't give a damn about what some poor little peasant thinks about me. The matter of the fact is that the job is mine, and I can do whatever I want.
Hey, Ralph, are you there? I was just wondering if you had a minute to talk really quick.
Oh, hey, big bro. Yeah, I can talk right now. What's on your mind, Neil?
I actually just wanted to know about how your stay at the hotel is going.
Aren't you on vacation with your family right now? You know that you can take a break from checking in on everyone all the time. You never take a break from work, do you?
I know, but with all this stormy weather, I just couldn't help but worry. Thankfully, where we all are, there's not a lot of rain, and so we didn't get hit that hard. What about you?
Well, it was pretty windy and rainy here, but that's about it, thankfully. Nothing too crazy happened. Well, nothing too crazy with the weather, anyway. Checking in at the hotel was interesting.
Interesting? What do you mean by that? Did something happen?
Well, I was on my way to the hotel and I had to pull over and walk to the hotel because the rain was so bad. By the time I finally got there, I was completely soaking wet. And anyways, the manager saw me in that state and hit me in the face and threw me out.
Wait, one of the staff members there hit you in the face? Are you serious?
I was so shocked. I'd never had anything like that happen to me before. But I guess since I was so wet, this guy might have thought that I wasn't a customer and was just trying to get out of the rain. He called me a dirty, poor person and said that I wasn't welcome there and then hit me. I know I probably shouldn't have gone inside when I was so wet, but what other choice did I have when the weather was like that?
That's no excuse at all. You were just trying to get out of the rain for a little bit. Did you catch the name of the person who did that to you?
It was Tim something or other.
Tim. Huh.
I hope I'm not asking too much of you, but the whole experience was really upsetting, and I was wondering if I could ask you to handle it.
Are you sure you want it to be me?
I think that it would be better if you handled this. After all, you are the area manager for the hotel chain, right? Wouldn't this fall under your jurisdiction?
You're right. I'll get right on that.
Thanks a lot, and I'm so sorry to dump all this on you so suddenly.
You don't have anything to apologize for. This is the least I can do for all that you've done for me. Tim, just what the heck do you think you're doing over there, huh?
Neil, what's this all about? Is this to do with work? I thought you were on vacation with your family, right?
Why am I hearing that you hit someone in our hotel who was just trying to stay out of the rain? What were you thinking doing something like that?
Hold on a second. This is some kind of mistake. I did hit someone and throw them out of the hotel, but it was only because I was sure they were some kind of thief using the rain as an excuse to sneak in.
You thought you were hitting a thief?
That's right. He was using the storm outside as an excuse so that he could hang around our hotel, and when we let our guard down, he was going to rob us. I couldn't expose the other customers to that risk, so I had no choice but to get him out of the hotel.
And you thought that was a good reason to hit this man as well?
It was the only thing that I could think of to get him out of the hotel quickly. I couldn't just let him hang around forever. He forced me to do that to him. I wasn't just going to stand there and let this shabby person ruin the reputation of our luxury hotel. It would have harmed our business. I was only protecting the hotel, I swear. I don't understand why you're mad when I did this for the business.
So you not only admit to hitting this person, but you're also trying to justify it, huh? If I understand correctly, you don't have any intention of apologizing for what you've done? But nonetheless, I'll give you one more chance to admit your wrongdoing.
I'm sorry. I'm still really confused. What do I even have to apologize for? All I was doing was my job as the manager to make sure that the hotel was running smoothly. If anything, I don't understand why I should have to explain myself to you.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
I mean that you're supposed to be this area's manager, but you're totally useless. You weren't there and you don't know what happens. So who are you to tell me what to do? If I had your job, I would be doing it 1,000 times better than you are. In fact, I was in line to have your job until you swooped in out of nowhere and took it from me. Do you have any idea how long I've been stuck as the manager of this hotel? When I heard that you were taking my job, I did some looking into you and found out all about how you used to work for a conglomerate that owns this chain of hotels. You've been a manager for all kinds of business and even other hotel chains, right?
How did you find all that out? I was sure that I made it so what I did in the past would be hidden from anyone working under me.
There you go. This is just another reason why you're a terrible manager. You don't know what's going on at any of the other hotels, and yet you have the nerve to try and tell me how to do my job? I can't believe that. I have to work under the person who stole my promotion and can't even do his job right. You just get this job because of who you know, not your abilities. I have a much longer and more impressive resume than you. I should have your job. It isn't fair.
Okay, you seriously need to chill out. Don't you ever get sick of making excuses for yourself? You still have your job because I thought that you could handle the responsibilities that came with it. But I see now that I was wrong about that. I won't lie that I've had my eye on this job for a while now. And since I haven't been officially given the position, I decided to hide my past.
I knew it. I almost didn't believe it when I read that you were related to the CEO. But now I know it's true.
So you've even looked into my family, huh? Well, then I guess you really do know everything that I tried to hide. But either way, that still isn't an excuse for the assault that you carried out on a customer. And as your supervisor, I won't just ignore the fact that you did that. And your punishment is going to be appropriate for what you did. You can count on that.
Oh, I'm so scared. Please, what can you even do to me? You're going to punish me for chasing a non-guest off the property? Good luck getting management to go along with that.
You don't get to decide who is and isn't a customer the moment they walk through the door.
This just proves that you really have no idea what it's like inside the hotels. If I see some soaking, wet, poor person come in, I know right then and there that they don't belong. They don't have enough money for one night in one of our hotels, so why waste our time with them? That's why I called that man what he is, poor, and I threw him back out into the rain. I know all about how this business works, and I'm not going to be talked down to by someone who got where they are by who they know, and not what they can do. And besides, I already erased the security footage of what I did, so there's not even any proof.
I can't believe you would do something like that.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it now.
But you did all that to the CEO, the one who said you found out that I was related to. The person who you hit and threw out of the hotel was my little brother, and he also owns the conglomerate that owns our hotel. That's the person you called a poor thief. Oh man, you're so stupid.
You really expect me to believe that someone looking like that was the owner of the hotel? Why the heck would the owner be coming to the hotel in the middle of a storm anyways? Huh? I've never heard of the big boss ever making a trip to a place like this.
Well, he just happened to be in the area and wanted to check in on the state of the hotel himself. He knows how busy this time of year can be for us. So instead of making a phone call, he wanted to go out and do some of the work himself. Maybe you'd recognize him if he was wearing a suit. But he dressed up quite casually and didn't look like hotel staff or an owner. But that was the man that you kicked out into the storm. In fact, the area where the hotel is was slated for much worse weather, but the path changed around the time you kicked my brother out. Thanks to you, though, he could have been seriously hurt if the storm hadn't moved.
This is all just a lie. You're just trying to scare me right now, aren't you?
Why would I lie about this? Everything I've said has been the truth. My little brother's name is Ralph Erickson. I'm sure if you Google him, you'll recognize his face.
I don't know what to say right now.
I take it that you took my advice and looked up my brother?
I did. His face and name matched that of the CEO on our webpage. Except on our webpage, he's in a suit, and his hair looks much nicer. But his face was the same as the guy who I kicked out of the hotel. There's no way this is all just a coincidence either. But I don't get it. If he's your little brother, then why aren't you the owner of the hotel and stuff? You're just another worker like me.
That's right, but it's only because I didn't want to be in charge of everything. I was in line to take over everything, but it never sat right with me, and Ralph seemed much better suited to it. So we talked to my parents, and they agreed to let Ralph take over the company instead.
So then, you two are the sons of the old CEO?
I thought you looked into who my family was. But anyways, I guess now you understand why I tried so hard to hide who I was. Although I will admit that this area manager job was compensation for the CEO position that I turned down. So while my brother works at HQ and handles the bigger picture stuff, I prefer much more to manage closer to the ground.
But I still don't understand it. Our HQ is in New York. What was your brother doing all the way out here?
He actually just happened to be out here on a business trip for another company he runs when he heard about the storm. He messaged me and said that he was going to examine your hotel himself. But he got caught in the storm without an umbrella, and I guess his car must have broken down. So he had to get out and walk all the way to your hotel, and, well, you know the rest of the story, I assume.
Mr. Erickson, I would like to sincerely apologize for my behavior earlier. I had no idea that you were the owner of this establishment. You should have said something to me. Had you done so, I would have shown you to the penthouse suite right away.
Well, it seems like someone's attitude has gone through quite a shift. Although it's obvious that you're only acting this way because you found out that I'm the owner of your hotel. I must say though, your style of management is quite unorthodox.
I really do want to apologize again. I genuinely thought that you were some kind of stranger trying to sneak their way inside.
I see, and do you physically assault all people who come into the hotel if you think they might not be guests? Because this is the first time I've ever gone through something like this. In fact, I would say that you're guilty of assault and should be punished, don't you think?
Please don't punish me. I really am sorry. I really was just thinking about the good of the hotel and was only trying to protect its image.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. I understand that my brother has already given you plenty of chances to make up for this, no? He was the one that I went to ask him to handle your case. As I'm sure you're aware, I don't directly oversee the hotels that I own. He even came to me asking me to move ahead with any kind of punishments for you. Although here you are messaging me and only giving me excuses for what you've done. Well, if you thought that was going to be enough to sway me, you're quite wrong, I'm afraid.
Please, it was just an honest mistake. You're not going to punish me for that, are you?
You really don't realize the seriousness of what you've done, do you? A manager of a hotel assaulted someone who walked through their doors just because he thought they looked poor. How can I entrust the management of one of my businesses to someone who acts so rashly and carelessly? I'm sorry, but I've made up my mind and I will have to punish you for this. I can't allow this to happen for a second time. You should have thought about the possible consequences of your actions before you did what you did to me. But thanks to you, I've learned that I have to be much more careful about who my company hires as managers.
No, please don't do this to me. I really am sorry. You have to forgive me. Neil, are you there? Please, you have to get me in touch with your brother. He stopped responding to my messages. I have a really bad feeling that I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Please, you have to help me.
Hello, Tim. I was wondering if you would stop bothering my brother with all your messages. He's very busy having to step in and take over the management of the hotel for you, and he doesn't have time to deal with your griping.
Mr. Erickson, thank goodness it's you. Please, you have to forgive me. I'm so sorry for everything. But I won't be able to make a living at this rate. I promise to never do anything like I did again. If you just please forgive me.
Well, if you're really serious, I guess I could stop your work suspension.
You mean it? You do that for me?
I will, but you're just gonna get arrested anyway.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean? Did you really think that you were gonna get away with what you did to me? You said that you'll never do anything like you did to me again, but I don't think that you've really done enough thinking about your actions. I mean, you've said some horrible things, you were violent, and now it's clear that you were just worried about saving your own skin. I really don't think that you're a good fit with the company that I'm trying to foster. That's why I felt like I had no choice but to go to the police and report what you did to me. I asked them to check the security footage for proof of it.
You asked them to look at the security footage? But I already told you I erased all of it.
Oh, that's right. Well then, I guess it's a good thing that a few months ago I arranged to have a security footage from all the companies sent to a storage facility. I suppose that I can just invite the police over to headquarters to see that footage then. I won't have any trouble being given access to it since I am in charge after all. Also, do you happen to know just how many cameras there are operating in your hotel?
I think there are like 15. I know a few of them are dummies, and I'm not sure which are the real ones.
Well, that guess was pretty close. Before I changed the system, now they've all been made real and I've increased the number in use. Although for some reason the video data coming into my backup hard drives doesn't quite match how many cameras there actually should be. I was really confused until I checked on some of the footage that we did have, and happened to catch you taking down the ones that should have been newly put up. I'm assuming that you're selling them online or something, thinking that HQ would pay for everything, but you did it right in front of a live camera.
But I thought that one was a dummy.
Well, they were all real by the time, so you thought to try and steal them. So not only did you assault me, but you also stole from me.
Okay, I'm really sorry for everything. I'll even return money. Just please don't bring the cops into this.
It's way too late to apologize for all that now. After that, Tim was arrested and charged with assault and theft. He was fired and left with barely a penny to his name by the time all was said and done. I have no idea where he is now or what he's doing. As for my brother, the company ended up finding out who he really was. But the staff had been so pleased with his job as manager that nobody really minded at all. As for me, I had to let my wounds recover and didn't show my face in public for a while. Tim really did have a strong right hook. Plus, I figured that it was better not to make myself too known in the midst of all. After that, I took it upon myself to hire a new manager from the hotel that Tim was fired from. It turns out that in the interim time that my brother had taken over for Tim during his suspension, he had become extremely popular among the staff, and came to grow fond of them himself. When he heard that I was doing interviews for the job, he put his hat in. I asked if he was sure, and he responded that if possible, he'd like to remain the regional manager and directly manage that hotel, as well since he had grown so fond of it since starting there.
Hey girl, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm on top of the world right now. Milo is literally the most loveliest guy I've ever met. I spent a bit of time with him today and he was just so attentive. And you think he's just a waste of space? You're delusional. I don't get it. Why are you spending time with Milo? You know that he's supposed to be dating me, right? Do you not know your boundaries? What do you mean, why? Isn't it obvious? You know I have a right to meet up with people, including Milo, right? Since when am I not allowed to freely hang out with other people? Don't be stupid. I know you can, but you do know that I'm in love with Milo, right? Don't you know there's a friend code when it comes to relationships? You're just contacting me because you wanted to rub your encounter in my face, aren't you? That you're taking up his time when he should be with me? Have you ever thought that maybe you're tying him down too much? You better stop doing that so I can spend more time with him. Women who keep their men all to themselves are hated on a lot, you know? Milo also said that as well. It doesn't make sense why you're doing this, Samara. Why do you keep laying your hands on my man? Why would you do this to your friends? It's really horrible. This is the second time you've tried to do this, right? Why would you do that to me, to your own friend? Don't you think you're being a bit hasty by saying I'm trying to get my hands on him, Leilani? It's not entirely my fault, you know? Well, I did have my hands on the previous boyfriend I tried to nab, but they're just irresponsible. I can't help it. But I know that they can't help it either. Milo is just such a gentleman, and I wish that we could have a loving and peaceful relationship. I wish for that so badly, just for a man to love me. You want to be in a loving relationship with him? Excuse me? What is going on here? Why are you harassing me with this so much? Don't you remember that I moved away just so that I could get away from you and what you were trying to do? Why are you even in town right now? If you keep being all hysterical, Leilani, you're going to age like crazy and you'll be covered in wrinkles by the time you're 40. Maybe you should consume a bit more calcium? Do you want some supplement recommendations? I'll be happy to give you some. I'll also tell you some of the supplements that are good for when you need to diet as well. Oh, I'm sorry. I might have hit a nerve with that statement. Are you kidding me with this crap you're pulling, Samara? How far are you going to go? Or are you trying to make fun of me? Okay, you really need to answer my question. Why are you doing this to me? What have I ever done to you, Samara? I thought I was being a good friend to you. Because I want to enjoy my life and feel alive. What's so wrong with that? It just so happened that I match well to your boyfriend. But I don't have any intentions of stealing him away from you or anything like that. If that happens, though, it's not entirely my fault. You were pushing them away. Okay, that's enough. You're making me feel so bad right now. Don't ever contact me ever again. You're a complete homewrecker. You know that, right? Oh, wow. I didn't think you'd get so frustrated over something so small. You're such a loser, Leilani. Don't let this get to you. When we were students, you were always so bossy and telling everyone what they should and shouldn't do. You've never been cool. That's it. I'm cutting you off. I don't want you anywhere near me ever again. We are not friends, so stop trying to get involved with people in my life. Whatever you say, Leilani. You'll be nothing without me, you know. I'm the only cool friend you have. You'll end up alone one day.
Hey, Leilani. How are you doing? Are you actually able to attend the wedding? I'm so happy that you'll be able to make the big day.
Why, of course I'm going to come to the wedding of one of the best colleagues I've ever worked for. Is it normal to be this happy about things like this?
Of course, because you've always taken care of me at work and have shown me the ropes. My goal is to be like you, Leilani. You're such a great person to work with.
You think I'm a great person to work with? Surely that's a bit of an exaggeration, right? I don't really do much at work.
No, not at all. It's one of my current goals to be a great worker like you. But I'm aiming to be something bigger than I am now. In the future.
I feel like that might be a bit rude, but I suppose there's no malice to what you're saying, so I guess it's fine that you said that. Anyway, I wanted to ask a more important question. The person you're getting married to, Samara, is it? What kind of person are they?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I could tell you a bit about her. She's about 4 years older than me, and I can rely on her for almost anything. Oh, actually, I'm pretty sure she's the same age as you, Leilani. If you'd like, I'd love to introduce you to her.
Oh, right. I see. The same age as me, huh? Wow, it really is such a small world out there. It's just so strange how people end up together.
Huh? What do you mean by that? Have you met Samara somewhere before? Are you acquaintances already?
I don't know if this is the same person that I've met before or not. I'm just theorizing if they have the same last name as the Samara I've met. I just want to ask you one more thing. Are you happy that you're going to be married to your girlfriend soon?
Are you asking me if I'm happy about marrying the love of my life? Of course I am, silly. She's the kind of woman I need in my life. She's very strong and helps pull me along when it comes to difficult things. That's why I feel like I have to do my best for her.
Well, that's really good to hear, Will. I'm glad that you found someone like that. Sorry, I was just wondering who she actually was.
That's okay, but I'd still very much like to introduce you to her. I'm sure she'd love to meet at least one of my colleagues.
I don't know, I just feel that something is off, but I'll happily support you on your wedding day. I wish you all the happiness in the world on your special day.
Aw, that's very sweet of you. Thank you so much for those kind words, Leilani. Both of us look forward to seeing you on our wedding day. As a congratulatory gift, you don't need to get us anything too outrageous. Just something small is fine.
Oh, well, you deserve more than something small, but okay. Whatever happens, I hope you'll have a fun day to look forward to. Oh my god, this seriously isn't happening right now. Did I really just see you, Leilani, in the parking lot? Why did you come here? I thought that you cut ties with me. It doesn't even look like you're trying to do that. Well, I guess you found me, huh? That was really fast. I thought I could get away with you not seeing me. I knew you'd come around because you love me too much. Even though you said that you were cutting ties from me, you still decided to show up here to the ceremony. Well, I was sent an invitation after all, so it seems like I couldn't refuse this offer. Anyway, I have other things I wanted to ask. So first of all, what happened to you and Milo, huh? When I looked at the wedding invitation, I really thought it would be his name on it. Huh? Milo? Oh, right, him. Yeah, we broke up like a long time ago. When he opened up to show me who he truly was, he was just a normal and useless human being. It makes so much sense because he was dating you, and you're both more or less have the same type of personality. As usual, I am not surprised that you said that to me. You've been making so many snide comments towards me lately. Well, at the time, I had like 3 guys on the go at once, but I got so tired of getting all of their attention, so I dumped Milo and then the other one too. In the end, the one who remained is the groom. He's completely devoted to me. It's so sweet. He's so smart and caring and kind, and above all, very handsome. I see. Out of the 3 guys you were dating, he won, I suppose. I don't get why you do something like this, Samara. I thought you were more mature than that. Yeah, but of course he doesn't know anything about the situation I was in, and he'll never find out about it. I mean, have you seen my soon-to-be husband? He's really cool, isn't he? Also, he's an upcoming hire for this really famous company. He's still quite young, but I am sure he'll earn a lot more money from now on. Wow, Samara, do you seriously only think about your loss and gain from relationships? Don't you know how a lot of these men have loved you? Well, don't most people think like that? I mean, I guess I was in love with Milo for a little bit, but it was only for a short time. I just got so bored, you know? Well, I guess that also made Milo your ex-boyfriend, too. I guess he loved me, but he just always let himself wander too much when it came to the opposite sex. Okay, I get it, Samara. So how long will you be treating me as your enemy? I've not done anything to you. I suppose the grudge that you've had since we were students is still going strong. It's crazy. Huh? What are you talking about? This has got nothing to do with our student days anymore. I'm just living my life the way I want to. Besides, the person I'm marrying, Will, has no connection to you, okay? Why must I complain so much until you're satisfied? I think you're confused. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But I somehow get involved with things that you do. It's because you made the decision to come to my wedding ceremony today, so of course you're involved. You need to take this wedding invite seriously. I don't just invite anyone and everyone. But to be honest, I just sent it with the intention of making fun of you with everyone from our school days when they arrive. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. You just want to watch me rot and make me feel completely embarrassed by how you stole my ex from me. How long have you been hanging around here for? This is actually really frustrating. Even though you lost your man so many times to me, you still showed up to the ceremony. Don't you realize that I sent that invitation as a joke? You do know that there are no more seats available to sit down at, right? I never wanted to go because of you, Samara. I haven't got a clue what you're on about. I got the invite from the groom. Huh? What do you mean you got the invite from the groom? How could you when you can't possibly know him? I came to the ceremony today because I received an invitation to come and sit on the groom's side of the venue. Even though you sent me an invitation out of spite, I was never going to support you and watch you get married. If you're planning on sitting on the groom's side, does this mean that you know Will somehow? Are you acquaintances? That seriously can't be true. You know that he's a really successful person, right? He's on a completely different level than you. The world that I live in is very different than yours, Leilani. Even though you don't know anything about me, it doesn't mean that you can talk down to me about my life. Hey, I know you very well. Ever since we were students, you were always the girl with a strong desire to get everyone's approval. Trying to stand out, getting the top score in all the tests we did, getting the first place in state for badminton. Everyone was thinking and laughing at you with how much you wanted to be noticed. Such an attention seeker. I don't get it. Even though you say that this has nothing to do with our school days, you keep mentioning it a lot. You remember things quite well. We should really get back to the topic at hand, since this is totally unrelated. I'm actually Will's boss at his company. Hold on a minute, what? I think we know for a fact that's not true. You do know that he works for one of the most well-known companies in the country, right? It would definitely not be the type of company that you'd work for. You've hardly got any qualifications to work in a top-notch company. I thought so too, but 2 years ago I was scouted as a programmer. Will also was hired to work as a programmer as well, okay? That's why as an educator, I have built a lot of relationships with people at the company, including Will. Will? A programmer? Really? First of all, we all know that you're talking crap right now, Leilani. Stop trying to bring him down to your level. Excuse me? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm being serious. He's a programmer at my company. Why don't you try asking him for yourself? He's a staff member of my company and he's a programmer. No matter how you look at it, being a programmer isn't just some fun job he does on the side. I thought he was more of a businessman because he wears suits all the time. I thought that he was an accountant for a big corporation or something. Well, it seems like you don't really know who Will is as a person. You hardly know a thing about him, Samara. As long as he works for some hotshot company that's famous nationwide, you don't care about anything else, not even his feelings. It sucks, really. Yeah, I get it. Don't get mad at me just because I exposed what you truly are and how you lied about being able to come to this wedding. I'll ask Will now about his job and other things, so please just wait a moment, okay? Surely he'll tell me that he's a hardworking businessman. Why the heck would you hide something like that from me? Don't you trust me with things like this? Wait, what? What on earth are you talking about? What could I possibly be hiding, Samara? You are actually Will's boss, and you work at the same company. How did I not get told this? Why am I only hearing about this information now? I don't know why you're making such a big deal about this, Samara. I didn't even know until I received the wedding invitation. But you did find out after you got your invitation in the mail, right? Why didn't you contact me and tell me then? I feel so embarrassed about this now. How could I not see that he was some kind of programmer? How come I didn't see that something was happening? Look, I just didn't want to get involved because I knew that it was going to be such a hassle. I work with Will every day. I was invited to the wedding, and there's no way that I'd turn around and say I'm not going. He's my colleague, after all. I want you to go home right now. You are ruining everything. I'll explain to Will that you got sick or something. I want you to leave right now. No, I'm not just going to get up and leave now. I will enjoy watching the ceremony until the very end. No, I've had enough of your games. You need to leave this instant. It is such a pain to have someone as evil as you hanging around. If you don't leave now, I'll call the security company and they can kick you out. I don't want you hanging around here just so that you can stir up trouble. That's all you ever do. I have 2 invitations, Samara. Why am I the one being kicked out here? I've come here to celebrate 2 people getting married. Not a lot of people do that every day. Because I've had enough of you and you're really frustrating me right now. Why is this happening on my wedding day? Aw, I'm sorry that things are tough for you right now, but I guess hang in there. It'll all be over soon enough.
Leilani? I'm really sorry for all the things that are happening right now. I guess you and Samara did know each other after all.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was her when I got to the venue. I could hear her voice loud and clear. She was a childhood friend and my schoolmate. When we were in high school together, I thought that she was my best friend, but now, yeah, not so much.
Oh, is that right? Wow. I can't believe that you both went to this school and were friends. Man, this is a very small world. Okay, so what were you 2 arguing about exactly? Samara seems quite irritated right now. She was talking to a security guard earlier, so I was wondering what happened.
Okay, well, I suppose you're right. We did get into a bit of an argument before.
Okay. Wow. You were? Why would you both be arguing on a day like this? It's not the best look to be picking a fight at a wedding venue.
It was about a bunch of stuff, really. It was kind of petty what she was saying, in my opinion. We were childhood friends, after all. You're still happy to marry Samara, right? When you're together, you're happy, right? You don't feel anything negative?
Yes, I still do. But I'm a little bit worried about the situation now. Samara was always saying bad things about her best friend from school.
Wait, what? Why would she badmouth me for... I haven't done anything to her in my life.
Yeah, I had a feeling she was talking about you because there aren't many people named Lalani. And I knew you both were from the same area. She always used to tell me about the hate she had for you, and she would say just horrible things about you. Now that I think about it, when Samara was talking about you, it really did sound like it was all a lie.
Wait, it sounded like she was lying? What do you mean by that? What did she say to you exactly?
Well, I highly doubt that you were arrested twice for stealing, right? You didn't do that, did you?
Excuse me? Samara accused me of stealing? Is she insane? I don't get why she's making up so many stories about me. I thought she and I were friends.
Look, she always talked about this girl called Lalani, and apparently you were stealing things when you went to school together, and that's why everyone started to hate you. Also, during the preliminary rounds of the badminton tournament that you participated in, she said that she mixed laxatives into your water. I suppose that it was to prevent you from competing or something like that.
Are you kidding me with this crap, Will? Did she really do something like that? I don't believe this.
Well, that's what Samara told me. Then I heard that you were arrested for theft after you all graduated from high school. Apparently, you committed that crime twice, and that you ate gravel or something. It was getting weird by this point.
That story is complete and utter nonsense. You know that, right? And I don't eat gravel. Who says that? It seems like this won't work out unless I have a private conversation with Samara.
Yeah, I feel like I'm now stuck in a very awkward situation. I'm not good at dealing with this type of confrontation. I didn't think my wedding day would be like this.
I know what you mean, Will. I'm really sorry that you're having to go through this when it's supposed to be a happy day for you. Okay, I'm going to try and talk to Samara again about this. This has gone far enough now.
Yes, please try and talk with her. I would also like to request that the start of the ceremony be delayed as well.
Okay, that'll be great. Thank you. I'll go and give her a piece of my mind. She needs to know how ridiculous this all is. Samara, we need to have a proper conversation. I'm not going to beat around the bush anymore. I wouldn't try and ignore my messages if I were you. Will told me all of the lies you've been making up about me. Are you kidding me? This isn't a good time. What do you even want to talk about now? There's no point in having the ceremony. I'm going home now. What do you mean there's no point in holding a ceremony anymore, Samara? You do know that Will was really happy to be getting married to you, right? Why is there no point in doing the ceremony anymore? You're just going to leave a man who's devoted to you at the altar? Really, Samara? And why do you think this is any of your business? I've made my decision, all right? Why are you butting into my life so much? This isn't because Will and I work at the same company now, is it? That's not the reason why you left the ceremony, is it? Because it's kind of pathetic if that's the case. What are you even talking about? Why are you trying to talk to me? Can't you just let me be? You're so irritating. I know that your purpose in life was to push me down and make me suffer for no reason at all. So to show off that your soon-to-be husband works for a successful company, you sent me an invitation to your wedding. Then you found out that I turned out to be his boss, so you can no longer try to pull me down. That's why you're acting like this, right? This is why you've gotten so depressed? Because I outrank you or something? Why do you think I feel this way? You're the one who's made me feel bad. Everything was your fault, you know? Back then... Will told me that you gave me some laxatives. You put them in my water bottle so that I couldn't play in the tournament that day? I don't think it's a good idea to be having this conversation. I was just talking about my friends during my school life. I really didn't think that you and Will would ever meet each other. What are the odds that you just happened to be in the same job sector anyways? Well, I don't mind if it's talked about now, but I wanted to say that I won the badminton competition because I worked and trained really hard. It's true that you were eliminated in the preliminary rounds, but I didn't care about you hating me. I just wanted to do well, and I think I did. You needed to get through those negative feelings you had towards me. You always stuck your nose up at me. You always looked down on people like me. You started acting like you were the school hero and that you could approach anyone about any topic. You used to always go home with me, but then you started walking home with your other so-called friends. You completely ditched me and didn't care about me. That's not... I didn't mean to. People just asked to walk with me, and I don't understand why you're holding a grudge against me after all this time. You're so annoying and always looked down on me like I was nothing to you. The same goes for when we had tests. You always got the top score in the class. That made you so popular, didn't it? Both good at studying and playing sports. Even though I tried my best, I could never beat you. I can't believe you're bringing all of this up when all this happened so many years ago, Samara. Then you started dating that guy, and I just couldn't believe that you'd betray me like that. You should have known that I liked him a lot. Hey, when I told you that he confessed that he had a crush on me, I told you then, remember? You said to me, don't worry about me. Just be honest about your feelings, so I was. I've always been open with you and tried to be your friend, but you made it really difficult for me. What else was I supposed to do other than say that? I couldn't help but feel frustrated and sad all at the same time. Look, I'm sorry you felt like that, Samara. I didn't realize that you held this all in for all this time. It's true that I may have underestimated your feelings. I'm really sorry for doing that to you, but you shouldn't let what happened in the past take over you. You can't hold on to what happened anymore. It'll eat you alive, Samara. But I also knew that you meant no harm. I think I was just making matters worse for myself. Thank you for apologizing. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I did steal your boyfriend so I could get some sort of revenge on you. I wasn't really thinking about how you would feel about it at all, and that was awful of me to do that. Look, it doesn't matter. We don't need to keep bringing it up over and over again. I was so annoyed with what you both did. Either way, he was a man who couldn't resist the temptations of another woman. I don't know why men act like this and want to hurt women so badly, especially when they want to get with one of her friends. But I thought about all of this after I dated your 2 ex-boyfriends. I'm sorry to say it, but you really don't have an eye for men. Yeah, I get it, Samara. There's no need to start. But maybe you've got a better eye for men. Will is a really nice person. I suppose it's time for the ceremony to start already. What should I do? I've got no idea how to do this. Will must hate me so much right now for ditching the ceremony. I just thought there was no point in hanging around. Will is going around apologizing to the guests at the ceremony. When the bride runs away from the wedding venue on her special day, the most painful part is for the groom to stay behind and say sorry for what happened. If you don't get over here soon, Will isn't going to work it out with you. That's very true. Okay, I understand. Leilani, I really am sorry for what I did to you. I wasn't thinking at all. Also, thank you for everything you've done today. I'm just trying to help out my work friend more than anything. You've got to work really hard with him so that he understands what happened and what's going on now. You can't leave Will in the dark. I totally understand. I just hope that one day you can forgive me for what I've said and done to you. I didn't mean to do all the things that I did. All I wanted was my friend back, and you gained so much popularity over the years. Next time, you really need to tell me how you're feeling so that you don't jump to conclusions and create chaos in our friendship. Look, you're going to have to work super hard at gaining my trust back. I can't fully forgive you for what you did to me today because I didn't do anything to you. Look, all I want to do is enjoy my life, so let me do that. After that, Samara hurried back to the ceremony, but it was already too late and the wedding was canceled. She was scolded by her own father, and the groom's family were staring daggers at her. Will, who understood the circumstances, didn't abandon her. They've decided on a new wedding date and are now living together. Samara deeply regrets her actions on that day. Will decided to pay for all the expenses for the ceremony. He worked really hard at work every day just to pay off what they owed for the ceremony that didn't go ahead. He's also apologized to Leilani for what happened. To be honest, she didn't care anymore. She didn't think that it was something that she could easily forgive. She told them to keep apologizing until it felt right to forgive them. Maybe one day Leilani and Samara will be best friends again, but only time and enough apologizing will tell. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
So you must be Jesse, the man that was moved into the headquarters building from the small office out in the middle of nowhere, right? It must be tough for someone from the country to come live in this huge city.
Bernard, thank you for having me here. Of course, it's been a long time since I've been to the city, so my first few months here may have been tough for me. I was surprised this morning just by the amount of people that were commuting into work.
By the amount of people, huh? That's what it's like here in New York City. Don't talk about it like it's a bad thing.
I didn't say that with any bad intentions toward the city. I'm sorry if that came off the wrong way there. Well, anyway, I look forward to working with you here. There are things that I might not know much about yet, but I'll do my very best.
Do you think you'll be able to do anything within the HQ when you've come all the way here from the boonies? I'm sure that soon enough you'll be running away with your tail tucked between your legs.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that? I'm never planning to run away from the job I have now.
You're from the country and you have nothing to offer this company's HQ. I'm the one saying that, and I've never been wrong about anything.
Well, I'm sorry, but you may be wrong this time. Are you talking poorly about me just because I'm from the countryside? I'm sure you're not happy to see me moved into the HQ from that smaller office out there, but...
Of course I'm not happy. You all don't know what good culture is out here. You'll never be able to adapt to the culture we have here in this sophisticated city of New York City. Why were you allowed to come here? You won't make it here even a month. And if you want to know why that is, it's because you're a redneck.
I wasn't born in the countryside, though. And you thinking I won't make it here very long is another misunderstanding on your part. Bernard, why are you being so aggressive with me? Do you really not like the idea of what the countryside has to offer?
Of course I don't. I have worked in this HQ all my life in the center of this city. And I will not allow myself to become close to anyone that's from somewhere as dirty as a country. And I do not need some redneck working in my department. And from what I've heard, the work you did out there at that small little office doesn't compare to what we all do here. So you'll never be able to understand and complete your work here. You still think you're welcome here for some reason. Normally, someone like you should just quit being asked to work at the HQ.
Bernard, please excuse me, but I feel as though there really is a huge misunderstanding between us.
When I heard yesterday that you'd be coming to this office, I was a bit concerned for my department. The CEO stated that you were here for some special reason, but I know that's all a load of crap. But there's nothing I can do about what the CEO believes. I don't even think that I'll be able to drink with you during the party later. Why don't you just stay away from it?
Could you please stop talking about me like that? I am in a position that was gifted to me by the company, and you think I'd give that all away to please you? I'm not going to do something so strange.
The only thing strange here is a redneck thinking that they have any right to be in this company's HQ. I've thought about all that a lot since yesterday. If you come to that party, you're going to regret it, Jesse.
And in your case, before making anyone regret anything, you should take a look in the mirror and fix that poor attitude of yours. If you continue to talk poorly about me and my experience working for that smaller office, you'll be the only one regretting anything.
Go back to the farm, you pig.
I'm shocked. You really went ahead and poured your beer all over me at the party.
Well, that's perfect for a redneck like you, right? You should be pleased by that.
I can see you're really happy with yourself for doing something so ridiculous. But are you unaware of the consequences that'll come from this?
What did that piss poor attitude? I'm your manager, right? Well, there's no way you'd know how to act towards me. After all, you're just a no-brain redneck. You all don't have the common sense needed to work here. And as I've heard, there's no common sense for you all out there anyway.
Looks like you're going to be regretting all of this very much now.
Well, that right there was me introducing myself to you. I had to make sure to do it the right way since you're from somewhere as dirty as the countryside. Maybe pouring all that high-quality beer on you was a mistake, considering you all drink crappy beers out there. Oh, please forgive me for that. What the hell do you think you're doing saying it's your CEO? Come over to me right now. This is the executive director. Huh? Something for me? Why would my boss be using the phone of a dirty pig? I will not let you get away with saying such rude things to this company's CEO. I found you. Get over here now! Who is this that I'm talking with right now? I'd love to have a moment to speak with you.
Just a second ago, the executive director grabbed my phone and started saying all of that to you so that he could find you. Bernard, I'm sure that he chewed you out pretty hard there just a second ago, right?
I'd like you to allow me to apologize to you. Do you think I can come and talk to you in person?
Even though you were just kicked out of the building a few minutes ago? I don't think you'll be allowed back in now to talk with me, correct?
Jesse, is it really true that you're the CEO of this company?
Yes, I'm the newly appointed CEO.
What? Seriously?
You've been very rude to me. And do you really think I'd lie to you now about being the CEO? There's nothing in doing that for me. Now, if you'd like to know how I got here, it's due to the fact that I had always worked closely with the previous CEO. And after a few years of proving my strength, I was given the position when he left. And that's why I was moved from that smaller office to the HQ. If before you had poured all that beer on me, you took a moment to look at the seat I was in, you would have noticed that it was the seat for the CEO.
I didn't notice a single thing like that. I'm so very sorry for that. Can you allow me to explain myself?
I don't need you explaining anything to me. I think that anything you have to say to me now is a total waste of my time. Have you started to let it all sink in now? That after doing what you've done to the CEO, the air around you has become a lot more constricting. That right there is what'll happen after the actions you've made.
Well, I never knew a thing about you. I'm so sorry. I seriously never knew that you had come all the way to the HQ to become the new CEO. I just assumed you were another redneck coming to ruin the work culture we have within the main office. And that made me become very irresponsible with my actions and language towards you. I'm embarrassed by what I've done.
After all that, I'm sure you want to apologize to me. But maybe you should have acted more your age and waited to see the man I really am.
I know that. But I'm apologizing to you now, right? So isn't it time you act like a respectful CEO and forgive me?
Oh?
Huh?
You think after what you'd done to me today at a party, a simple apology would fix everything for you? Are you always acting as though you're better than everyone else? Do you not understand yet that I am your CEO now and will always be better than you? You're way too late now with those apologies, Bernard.
Huh? What do you mean too late? Don't say what I think you wanted to say, please. I'm not too late yet, right?
I understand that you never knew who I was when talking to me, but that does not mean you can act like a schoolyard bully to me. Personally, I couldn't care less about what you did to me today, and it was a little funny. But to talk poorly about that countryside office like you have when they are working in the same company as you, I don't take that kind of thing lightly, especially now that I'm CEO. There are a lot of employees working in that office who put in way more effort than half the people here. And to me, they are worth just as much, if not more than some of you here are to this company. But if every time I brought one of them over to come work in the HQ, and they were met with your spoiled attitude, I'd be burnt out having to act as their mediator.
I would never act that way, though. I don't mean to be that kind of person to everyone that comes from there. I see now that this time I may have gone a little overboard and I regret it.
Well, you seeing that only now, it is too late for you, Bernard.
What do you mean by that?
Did you know that the office you've been making fun of isn't just the place where I started out?
Huh?
It's also the office that your last CEO started working at before he was promoted to the position of CEO.
Huh? He was there as well?
Did you already know that and still decided to treat me as horribly as you did?
No, I never knew he was from that small office, actually. He didn't look like the type of man that would come from a redneck background.
I'm really not sure what you have against the countryside and rednecks, but making fun of anyone that comes from there is a huge blemish on your character. Your attitude really has been a stain on this company's image for a long time now.
I just heard that from another pig from that small office in the middle of nowhere was coming here. And I just thought it'd be funny to rough them up a bit.
Is that so? Was it fun for you?
No, it wasn't funny for me at all. I was a complete idiot for all of that, and I apologize.
You're telling me that because I'm from the countryside and worked at that smaller office, that it'd be funny to pour beer all over me in my expensive suit?
No, I don't think that's funny anymore now. I just happened to get a little too carried away is all.
A man in your position, as the manager of one of this company's largest departments, got carried away with picking on someone to the point they pour beer on them? You're not in 3rd grade anymore, Bernard. As I recall, you're older than I am, right? And you've been the manager of that department for over 5 years now? I think that it's a bit strange that you were put into that position.
I understand you completely. Even I wondered from time to time why I was put in the position as manager. But I'll take responsibility for what I've done to you by paying for your suit to be cleaned.
Of course you will.
If we can just act as though what had happened today never actually happened, then we can move on from this and continue doing our daily business.
I told you that apologies like that are too late. Everyone at the party already saw the kind of person you are. And they have all given up on wanting to work with you in this company.
Everyone has? Well, then what should we do about this? Does this mean that I should go and apologize to all of them for my actions as well?
That's not what any of this means, Bernard. Nobody in this company finds the apologies you give to bear any meaning.
Huh? They don't mean anything to them.
So you apologizing to them will get you nowhere. You have gone on far enough with your poorly thought out actions, and as the CEO, I must take care of you at once.
Take care of? What the hell are you talking about now?
I'm saying that you're fired.
Huh? Fired? You have no way that you could do that to me, right?
Why don't I have a way to?
I'm a manager here of one of the largest departments.
And I'm the CEO.
No, well, I know that, but you have only just been given the position of CEO, right? And you only worked at the middle of nowhere before this, right?
And here we go again with you acting as though me working out there is a good enough reason to talk poorly of me. Where I worked before my current position has nothing to do with me firing you or not. I'll have you know that I was born and raised in Manhattan, and me working out at that office does not take away the fact that I worked my butt off there. I have no idea why you think New York City is this amazing place that is full of nice people and everyone should respect. And I'd say the way you think about yourself being here is the exact reason why you've never moved up any further from the job you have now.
Please, listen to me, please! So, I have been working for this company for so long now, was gifted the position of manager. And I never had to work at that crappy office to get here, but you did. So what makes you think you can fire me when you have only been at the HQ for a few days?
This isn't just me wanting to fire you.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Even after you apologized to your last CEO, he was left furious about your attitude. And just before he had retired and given me the position, he told me that you were on your way out as well.
Hold on a frickin' second. He said that? There's no way he'd say something like that about me, right?
Unfortunately for you, it's the truth. He originally wanted you demoted and removed from here.
Demoted? And what do you mean removed from here?
Well, I mean he wanted you moved somewhere else.
I can't believe this.
So, before I go through with firing you, I think I'll have you moved out to the smaller office for a little while. There you can be surrounded by the things you hate and perhaps learn a bit from them. And I hope that you'll gain a bit more common sense while there that most other adults have.
Wait, please. I'll never be able to make it out there. I'm a city boy and I have been all my life.
Is that the case? Well, then I guess you'll have to be fired now.
Please, do not do that to me either. I'll definitely not survive if I'm fired.
After how you've acted towards me and the rest of the company, you have only two options. One is going to that smaller office and being demoted, and the other one is being fired. Do you understand?
I understand, but I'm sorry for what happened and want you to understand that. I've worked so hard to become a department manager here, and so what you want to do with me is heartless.
All these are the punishments for how you've acted. There's nothing heartless about karma, Bernard. If you want someone to come and help you out of all this, then maybe go find yourself a therapist to teach you how to handle your demented character. Anyway, I have nothing else to say to you. I'll give you a small amount of time to think between choosing to be fired or move out to the countryside and work. Thank you so much for your work you put in as a manager in the HQ. After all of that, everyone within the company heard of the way Bernard treated the new CEO, and were speechless as what he did was unthinkable to most normal adults. And due to that, no one was willing to side with him. And so after being given two choices, to be fired or move to the country, he chose to move to the countryside and work out there. However, after that, he was overwhelmed by the kindness that a lot of his co-workers there began to show for him, and began to break down because everything in the country was too different from the cold and gray atmosphere of the big city that he was used to. Of course, he had no choice but to stick with the job he had now, because the only other option was becoming a farmer where he was at. And so he continued to work with the company, but only this time without ever saying a word to anyone and never going out after work. It'd be nice of him to learn a thing or two from the new culture he's been brought into, and about how to be a proper adult, because that'll be the only way he has a chance of returning to New York City.